Okay, we're live. Good
Cool.
morning, HeadChime.
Hello, Panda.
So we have the first round of IGL satellite. The
You're
mission
right.
is
So
Firefight, and we have Estugon with Hassassin Bahram versus Dev with Vanilla Ariadna.
yeah,
We are currently in the middle of Hassassin's deployment, so I believe Hassassin's probably won the initiative and chose to go first.
it seems likely, doesn't it?
Yeah. So this is the first online satellite tournament, if I'm
It
right.
is. First ever online satellite tournament. We have, I think, in the end, somewhere around 110 players. So it's one of the largest Infinity events that's been held. I think Rumble's had about 140 one year. And Interplanetary is 180 this year. But yeah, at 110, it's one of the largest events that's been run.
Yeah, I think it was 114 players that there is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really nice to get that recognition from CB.
it was.
I think, is this the 8th IGL tournament that there is?
Yes, it is. It's the 8th season of IGL. In terms of global events, it's probably the 3rd or 4th because we obviously alternate our global events with local events. So, yes. But yeah, we've been doing this a while.
Yeah, and in general, the TTS events have been pretty common ever since the COVID started. So, for example, Wallace C has run a lot of tournaments as well. So it's really
Yeah, I
nice that,
think Vul really started it, didn't
yeah,
he?
yeah, at least
And I
he's,
spoke to Vul actually during COVID. I spoke to Vul and I said, you run a lot of custom events. Would it be okay if IGL ran a lot of standard ITS events? And that's kind of how it developed a little bit.
yeah, yeah, I think Wallace events were the first TTS events that I heard about and first that I also played in. And it's really nice that IGL and Wall has both find their own niches. That
Yeah.
there are custom events and then standard ITS events.
I'm a bit curious about this deployment.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
So maybe we can look over and go over this deployment. So it's probably starting to be almost ready. So what we have here is McMurrow.
Yep.
Of course, the new addition to Hassassin's. Then we have Gulam, possible lieutenant, Fanus remote that has a pretty nice diagonal fire line here. There seems to be a Mutavia with chain rifle and jammer there.
Yep.
We have Warcore over here who is seeing, I think it's watching like this stairway there. We have a camouflage -3 over here with Ruffy remote, 2 camouflage zeros over there, which actually could possibly be a Sundukbut, although they could be Daylamis as well.
Yep, that's true.
But there is 3 camouflages within 8 inches of each other, so that's actually really nice deployment, whether they are Daylamis or Sundukbuts, because now Dev cannot know which one they are.
And it actually could be both because you don't have to use decoy. So you can just choose to not use the decoy.
Yeah. Then we have, I think there's a core team going to be here. Well, there's another Mutavia with chain rifle here. We have Gulam, normal with light shotgun rifle. Asavira Doctor, Asavira AP Spitfire, Gulam NCO, and a buried killer hacker, which is not going to be that useful against Ariadna.
No.
Does he have any?
And I'm curious about the positioning of the core team, though, because we're speculating that Assassins are playing first, aren't we? And it sort of feels like this core team is quite conservatively placed to me, personally.
Yeah, I believe the plan is not to do much with the core team on first turn.
Yeah.
Because he has probably 2 Fides.
I would imagine so. We'll see. We'll see.
And probably something else in the first group as well who can attack on first turn. And you don't really want to leave your core team in the middle of the table against Ariadna.
Yeah. No, of course not. No. I'm just going to post the link in a few places if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. I guess there's the link to the actual live stream as well. I just posted the link to my channel in IGL Discord.
Yeah, could you link the stream, please?
Yeah. Just a second.
The anti-McMurrow tag.
Yeah, I'll put the link to. Yeah, we'll give a link to you in Discord.
Cool. I'm going to put this link in a few places.
The link
and thank you. I'm just going to mute myself for a second while I type, and I guess you can talk about the Ariadna deployment, which has just started.
Yeah. So a lot of camos as usual with Ariadna. Can't really see any models so far. Well, there's Idas Wanson, which is an interesting choice for Ariadna. Yeah, probably her viral mine over there. And here we have the 16-inch deployment, so you can actually get that mine almost to the middle of the field. Well, of course, we're going to have 2 bears, a dynamo, a digger, a couple of volunteers. So it's interesting to see how Ariadna is going to defend against the Fides.
Do you know what I find myself wondering? Actually, I would like to see the viral rifle Syndicate be played.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have this cluster of camouflage in the middle. It could be like a Farjan and some Dailami. It could be a Syndicate. It could be a couple of things. But I think it would be really neat if we saw that new profile. I've been testing it a little bit in vanilla. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not necessarily the most optimal profile, but it's pretty playable, I think. I haven't tested it myself. I've played against it once, and having that viral rifle somewhere in the midfield, possibly in suppressive fire, can cause some problems. And this actually can be, or could be, the viral rifle Sunduku, because there's 1 -3 camo and 1 0 camo.
Exactly.
Although this would be a pretty weird placement for a mine.
Yes, it would be.
But it can also be a way to mislead the opponent.
Anything unusual about the Ariadna deployment at the moment?
At the moment, no. I think it's still a bit too early to say. Although I think Ida is a pretty uncommon choice for vanilla Ariadna.
Yes.
What do you think are the most interesting aspects in this matchup? Hassassin versus Ariadna.
I think so. For me, playing vanilla Hack Islam, I usually feel like I have some reasonably good options to aggressively push into a bear, Mukhtars, things like that. Lacking that in Assassins, I wonder, there's a real difficulty about whether the Asawira can kind of offensively push against the bear without the smoke going down, because obviously if the smoke does go down, you don't have MSV, and you don't particularly want to be CCing a bear that much. So I think that's going to be interesting. Assassins can defend against the bear just fine. You've got loads of Ghazi. That's not the problem. The problem is how you push into it.
Yeah, they have access to good viral weapons. Like you mentioned,
They do.
But they have Bokthar that has MSV1 and viral rifle.
They even have... I half wonder if we might see that. Yeah.
Yeah. But does he have those on his list?
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the viral weapon options in Hassassins are not the most optimal profiles in vacuum, although they are okay. But I think the most common Hassassins list don't usually include Bokthars or Sunduputs and rely more on Asaviras.
And that's one of the interesting things about Assassins now, is that you actually have quite a few flex picks. Things like the Sundukput and the Bokthar and stuff that are very, very good in certain situations. But obviously, if you're building a list blind into 6 missions, the question is, whether you're going to have a list that has those flex picks in, or if you just stick to the tried and true standard picks of Asawira fire teams, Fides, Dailami, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's true. So when you're having 6 missions, you can't really optimize your list for any particular mission, or at least it is really difficult to do so.
Well, I think if I'm building lists for 6 missions, my lists tend to be quite mission oriented, because 6 is quite a wide scope. Whereas if it's a smaller event with 3 missions, what I tend to do personally is I bring a standard list and a list for Combined Army or Ariadna, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. But still, if you're like having one list for 3 missions and another list for another 3 missions, you can't really optimize those lists for any one mission in particular. So, for example, in Firefight, you still probably have to bring specialists with you because the other missions require them.
Yeah, I would think so. And you're certainly, or almost certainly, not going to bring a list that's tailored to a specific faction, because that means you've got only one list remaining to cover 6 missions in case that faction doesn't come up, and that's not pleasant.
Yeah, only with some armies it can be done that have some normal lists that can handle every mission, like Vanilla Nomads, for example.
Anyway, we've got the double bear pod, which is unsurprising. We've got a lot of camouflage. We've got, I can see a volunteer on the far left. Is there another one on the far right? Yes, there is.
There's one volunteer. There's someone somewhere else. Yeah, there is another volunteer.
Yeah, there are two. And there's lots of camos. So far, I'm not really too surprised by either of the 2 lists we've seen. The Dynamo is kind of neat, but I've always quite liked them myself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think they're great. I think another interesting aspect in this matchup is whether the Fides can get to the lieutenants of Ariadna. Because usually Fides are not the best against Ariadna, because most of their profiles have direct template weapons. Although they do have some like more fragile troops, like the volunteers and the bear pod controller, that can be shot with rifles outside of the direct template range. But in this mission, when you get 2 objective points for killing more lieutenants, and you can usually put your opponent in loss of lieutenant as well, because I guess normally Ariadna doesn't have chain of command in their lists. If Estugon can do that, it will give him a pretty big advantage.
It's interesting because I have seen 1 or 2 Ariadna lists recently that do take the Zenit with chain of command, but I don't think it's common, is it? It's not a common thing.
Yeah, well, they have Armand. That's really a neat pick for Ariadna. It's a pretty good fire lane up here for Armand. It's nice to see some different picks in this Ariadna list. And I think for a map like this, the Armand is a really nice choice with some really long far lanes.
Yeah, when this map was first put out, I think there were a couple more buildings around the center, and I stripped a couple out to make sure there were some longer fire lanes as well. I think with the inclusion of Armand and the Dynamo, I wonder if we're actually not going to see the Unknown Ranger. And I suppose in Firefight that kind of makes sense because he's a specialist, isn't he?
Yeah.
Although I would still personally take him, but I don't think we're going to see him. Because Armand's about 40 points, right?
Yeah, I think there's still room for Unknown Ranger though, because there's, of course, we don't know what is under the camouflage markers, but there aren't that many expensive models besides Armand.
Well, we've got 2 bears and Armand, so that's about 100 points, isn't it? What are we looking at here? Do you think about 200 points in total with all the camo and the Dynamo and thing? I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, there's also 3 camos in Dev's deployment zone, so there might be a Spetsnaz there possibly, but it could be something else. Also, currently we don't see any possible lieutenants, so there might be a lieutenant in camouflage. I'm not sure how likely that is in Ariadna actually, or
can the volunteers with the chain rifles not be lieutenants?
I don't think volunteers can be lieutenants. I think it's either rokots or...
They're just cheerleaders. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. It's usually rokots, isn't it?
Yeah, or line Kazakhs, but I think rokots are more common. But yeah, of course, it is a decent tactic against Hassasins to reserve your lieutenant. Although if you reserve your lieutenant, then the opponent will know for almost certainly that it is a lieutenant.
It is Firefight though, so you half wonder if maybe he's going to run a strange lieutenant like what are they called? A foxtrot or something perhaps? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Hassassin and Combined Army at the moment in the meta, so I wouldn't be surprised if people were perhaps trying to run a little bit more conservative, like safer lieutenants.
Yeah. I think the players, if they paid attention, knew already well before the tournament started that there are many Hassassin entries to the tournament.
I think about 20% of the event is Combined Army and Hassassin.
Yeah. So
and actually, if you add the Ariadna to that, it's probably a third. I think they're about 10% each, approximately.
Yeah, I think Combined Army was something like 11 to 12%, and
it was 14 people, I believe.
Yeah,
14 people on Combined. Combined just continue to do what Combined do.
Yeah, I think that's one of the drawbacks of the factions not necessarily being quite in balance, that when you have tournaments like these satellites where people are playing more competitively, you're seeing more of these so-called stronger factions like Combined Army, Ariadna, and Hassassin.
Yeah.
So the shotgun bear is quite conservatively deployed over here, and the chain rifle bear is there with more aggressive deployment, although it's probably still more like defensive. But that bear has to be dealt first.
I've got to confess to you, Panda, that for me it's 9:30 on a Sunday, and I cannot be bothered to speculate what these camouflage markers are.
Yeah, it's a bit too early for me as well, although it's already 11 o'clock in Finland. And with Ariadna, it's always difficult to speculate if you have a lot of them and they are not deployed in an obvious way.
Is that Ada without the viral mine?
I think the mine is over here. up there. Oh, because
But
there's McMurrow over there, so the mine is blocking
Oh,
McMurrow.
and she's got forward deployment. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the viral mine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ida is rolling booty. I don't know what 15 is.
Perfect.
But in overall, pretty conservative deployment for Ariadna. And it's also difficult to speculate how many models do we even see in the Ariadna list.
Fine. Question is...
Listen, if it wasn't 9:30 on a Sunday, I'd probably be speculating right now, but I don't know. Okay, so we've got an impersonator that goes down next to Armand. I think that makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Although
Armand is juicy.
Yeah, Armand is not terrible in close combat. It has CC
he's not
21,
awful, is he?
But Fide is still better.
Actually, on second thoughts, I'm not sure I would do that because Armand also has natural born warrior. So
true. But the Fide is actually not going there.
No, he fails the roll, so he has to go back.
Yeah. I guess there's another Fide coming up.
Armand's actually a small problem for Hassassin's, right? Because if he hasn't taken any the Shakush or anything like that, there's very little long range.
Yeah, that's the common problem with Hassassin's, that you're limited to 24-inch range band usually, unless you bring Shakush. Actually, that might have been the only Fide. Estugon hasn't turned a command token, and now I think there are reserves coming up for Ariadna.
So was that the only Fide and it failed?
It looks like so.
Oh, that's a shame.
Where are the points for? How many models do we see for Assassins?
For Assassins.
There should be 6 models here. 7, 8, 9, 10.
I lost my other cam. Where is it?
11, 12.
As a spectator, we can't copy and paste the camo markers, can we? I don't think.
I don't think so, and I don't want to do that anyway.
No, I think that would be
better. Yeah,
we can neither do it nor can. I think.
And also if we happen to somehow screw that up, we might actually reveal one of the camos for the players. But if I calculate it correctly, if I'm actually... Oh, there's one Mutavia there. So it's 13 plus these camo markers in the middle, I think. Although there are some spaces inside the buildings that I might have missed something.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to believe that this actually might be a Sundukput.
It could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
There's not quite enough on the table, I don't think.
Yeah, although doesn't Sundukput have a forward deployment?
Forward deployment 8.
Yeah, so well, one of these models is still inside the deployment zone. One of them is actually a bit further.
I wonder if the one in the deployment zone's a Dailami and the one inside the building is a Sunduk, but
yeah.
Or we could all be completely wrong.
Yeah, that's also true.
And there is a parachutist to come on or something like that.
Yeah, if you are seeing 13 models plus the camouflage markers, then there are either, if one of them is Deilamis, then there is no parachutist. But if this Sundukput, then there actually could be
a Boktar or something, something like that.
If there's enough points, but I don't see that many points on the table, so there could be a Boktar with parachutists coming.
The reserve for Ariadna was the red camo mark on the right-hand side, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, 2 red camo markers, 3 and
2 red camo markers.
Yeah, so that's probably a Liberto.
So he placed a Liberto.
Yeah. All right. So the
all right, we're going into Assassin's turn 1.
Yeah.
And Hanus.
I didn't see any normal hacking devices. There might be a buried hacker somewhere that I just have missed. I see on the killer
that
hacker
Hassassin's has counted up a full 15 orders, so
yeah, so there shouldn't be.
There are no surprises.
Parachutists. Although we do have Bashis on either side, and it is actually possible for them to deploy the Bashi on the table and then have another parachutist.
It is.
It is. How many regulars do they have? 2 in both groups. So McMurrow, Warcore, 2 Muttavia, so that has to be a Sunderput, I think.
First impetuous. I think I'm fine.
There aren't enough irregulars, are there?
This guy, he could move like 4 to there.
Yeah, I don't think there can be Daylamis.
There. This is close, so it will stay as well. This one will stay as well, so no impetus. Let's lock this one.
Alright, so what do you think the first attack run is for Assassins? Do you think it's McMurrow?
Attack awareness on the Rafik. I think if I stand up, this guy.
Did McMurrow use its? McMurrow didn't use the Impetuous order. I think
no Impetuous was used.
Yeah, I think McMurrow would have run this way, the bridge, and then the mine would have exploded, and then there is the viral mine.
Now I should be fine.
And if McMurrow
So we're
wants to,
starting with the Rafik actually.
Yeah. Oh, there's also no missile bots in the Haq Islam army, so I believe isn't going to be any hacking. I wonder what the Rafik is doing.
3 inches upwards.
I wonder if he's going to use it as a throwaway sensor and marksmanship shotgun kind of piece to threaten these camo markers in the building.
And then build no arrow.
Yeah. Although that doesn't seem that order efficient to me.
No, it doesn't. The other thing to note as well is that the Rafik looks like quite a throwaway piece, but it is also a specialist.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to sacrifice
so
it.
its death will cost points. Yeah. Cost objective points if it goes.
Yeah. And many camos will have direct template weapons that can easily destroy Rafik and make the trade.
Yeah.
But he might have some idea that we have not realized.
Well, it's not the worst thing in the world to lose a Rafik, is it? I guess it's outside of it being a specialist.
Yeah, it depends what he's trading the Rafik for.
Yeah. Okay, so Rafik moves up on the camo markers.
Yeah, it's probably going to censor next.
But not to see him. That should be fine. Then I will use sensor.
So censoring.
Yeah. This has already been 4 orders for Rafik. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, that's really sad. Okay, well that's extremely unlucky.
Yeah.
So we get a 20 on the sensor, which is heartbreaking.
Yeah. If 19 would be enough.
Over here a bit, and then here in the cover. But yeah, I should be fine. I should be able to stay prone during this.
Panda, do you know how to do the picture-in-picture thing so that we can look at the orders and the table at the same time?
I don't know how to do that. This
I think if you...
My first time streaming, or I tried or tested the stream once.
Don't worry. I think it's a TTS that you can do. He makes it on a 19, which is...
Yeah. So what do we have? We have SAS.
Yeah, so we've got the chain rifle assault pistol.
Chain rifle light shotgun.
That's actually not the assault pistol. SAS.
Is this a specialist or not?
Oh, and the Spetsnaz. He's found the Spetsnaz. So that actually is...
Yeah, that's nice.
That is nice.
So
but yeah, this SAS doesn't seem to be a specialist.
And
No.
guy is actually
Ah, yeah,
Okay.
because the decon makes sense.
But how does he reach the
Or
space
just
nuts?
Crawl
I don't think he can he?
like to there.
This is the last order on the Rafik.
Yeah,
So the SAS without cover.
yeah. The Rafi can make a trade with the SAS.
I'm not 100% sure I like this trade, but I don't know.
The SAS is slightly more in points, but doesn't seem to be a specialist. And Rafik is.
Yeah.
How many
And
specialists do we
also,
see on the Ariadna side? Currently, I'm not seeing
Just
any.
pull it,
Yeah.
please. Yes. I say. I know. Now I stop rolling high, so it's fine.
Okay, so they both
I'm
go
not seeing
unconscious.
Cool.
I'm not 100% sure I like that, and the reason I don't is because the Hassassin's player loses a tactical awareness and regular order every turn, loses a specialist, doesn't trade up on points,
I don't know.
and I'm not sure the SAS matters as much as the sensor on the Rafik and things like that. What do you think, Panda, though? I might just be being salty.
Well, once the Rafik was there and only had a order or two left, I think the only thing to do was to make that trade. Because because on Ariadna's turn, Ariadna would have easily killed the Rafik. Although now the Sundukbut is moving up, or which we believe to be a Sundukbut.
What we assume to be a Sundukbut, yeah. I'm excited to see a Sundukbut. I think they are underrated, personally. But let's have a look at what happens.
Yeah, another Sundukbut can reach Spetsnaz, although Armand does see the window over there. But
what's Armand's view? Oh yes, I can see. He can see through that window, can't he?
But Sundukbut can of course use its camo or go prone.
Yeah, he can just go prone.
Yeah.
Could perhaps even cautious move, maybe. No, maybe not. It depends.
Yeah.
Is he drawing?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Armand can really discover Sundukbut because if it has the viral rifle +1 burst, it's not easy to hit Armand. But if he does, the Armand might go down
very, very quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, what would he be? Burst 4 on 7s or something? That's not awful. It's not awful at all.
Yeah, is it BS 13?
13.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's probably probably good range for Sundukbut, possibly.
I'm not sure what the 10 is. What I'm assuming has happened here is
it's dodge. It's Spetsnaz, I think.
There's no stealth on the Sundukbut, so it's provoked to dodge, which basically tells us that this is not. This is a Sundukbut as far as I'm aware, essentially.
There's also one camo marker standing over here that can actually see the Sundukbut, possibly. I'm not sure if there's one fire. No, we cannot see it yet, I think.
Okay, so he's going to cross the window. He really needs to not be standing by the window at the end of the order.
Yeah.
Because if he is standing by the window at the end of the order and there's a discover, he then gets shot by a multi-sniper.
Yeah, I believe it will go prone. Or.
Okay, cool. So he ends up safe, I would imagine.
Yeah.
He has no additional dodge, right?
But Estugon is quickly running out of orders. There's only 2 regular orders left, plus 2 irregulars.
Irregulars, yeah. Also, bear in mind, if this is indeed a Sundukbut, which I believe it is, he can't re-camo once he's revealed.
True. But if it's the viral rifle one, well, the bear can reach it, but has to throw smoke.
On a 12, right? Yes. Because surprise shot. Do I have surprise shot?
The Sundukbut does have surprise shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprise attack. Okay. Yeah, I will reveal and shoot you. If it's not the.
It's the Spitfire
version. Okay. But it also has light shotgun, which should be enough to deal with Spetsnaz.
And by rifle +1 burst.
Oh, he said it's the viral rifle plus
Okay.
one burst. Okay, so it's not the one
Yeah.
that's pictured here.
Although it's not the optimal range for viral rifle.
Not really.
But it's
He could put 2 chain rifles in, depending on what the Spetsnaz does, because it has a +1 burst chain rifle too.
Really?
Which is quite good. Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, I don't even know the stats for Sundukut.
You can tell someone's been playing them.
Yeah. Okay, what is happening?
Well, so that's a burst for a viral rifle, isn't it?
Yeah. 2 hits and
died.
A lot of saves.
God,
so
yeah.
it's
actually
+1 damage as well.
Yeah,
so...
he actually rolled pretty high, but still not enough with Ariadna's BTS.
Alright, so that's not bad actually. A Sundukut kills the Spetsnaz with 2 orders remaining. If it is the profile that has the +1 burst viral rifle, which it is, I think,
yeah,
he will have mine, so
Now
he
if
could
I stand
deploy
up, I
mine,
see the
and
digger.
Pat's going to suppressive or something.
Maybe. And she's
yeah.
digger,
You could actually
and
see the
I have
bear below from the window.
Ooh, that could be a really nasty
Yeah.
shot, because obviously this kind of profile is made for killing bears and things like that.
Yeah,
I will give him
although
cover
this is
and
the
he will
less
stand up.
expensive bear, the less dangerous one. And he can also see the digger, although the digger doesn't matter that much.
You don't have much life.
Yeah, I think
No,
he's...
sadly not.
And the digger is very...
Yeah,
will
burst
move
for
fast
viral
and
with
forward
+1 damage. It's
Yeah. He'd probably kind of see the volunteer though, because the volunteer is prone.
Why has a camo marker appeared? Oh, just for silhouette checks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what they're seeing is if that Sundukut can see the bear and the digger.
Yeah, I think it definitely can.
So I will
Now,
go
obviously,
for-
digger's a BTS 0, so it's a quite easy way to take it out. But obviously, the
Yeah.
bear is the juicier target here.
Yeah, it's also his long range for the digger.
All right, so we get an 8 on the smoke for the bear, and it's beaten, I would say, probably by the 11, 14.
Yeah.
So that's 4 saves.
But the bear...
And the bear
he's dead.
dies?
I didn't see the one.
Yeah, because it doesn't have cover there.
Yeah, and then the dodge for the digger.
It's also vulnerable to viral, right? So
Yeah. The docket doesn't work.
yeah. So the bear just
Did he
dies.
roll?
Yeah.
Okay, this is now quite a nice turn, I would personally say. This is now pretty good. The problem with shooting a bear without MSV is you always run the risk of that 19 on the smoke. You know, some ridiculously high smoke roll, and you just get
Yeah.
you get stonewalled. You can't do anything. But there we go. So, 1 regular order left for the Hassassin's player.
Yeah.
I know what I would personally do, but we'll see. I would try and put the Sundukut somewhere safe and put a mine down or something like that.
Yeah. Which kind of mines does he have? Is...
I think they're just normal, I believe.
Yeah, it's not gonna work against the bear, really.
No, but it will...
It's shock mines. But I believe next
Yeah.
turn the bear pod will take care of Sundukut.
It's likely.
Yeah.
He will just stand.
The Sundukut does dodge on 14s, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's Fizz 14 with 2 wounds and armor 3 or 4 or something, so
Yeah.
the bear will kill the Sundukut, but the question is how quickly.
Yeah, the bear has to throw smoke.
Probably not. I will just
But the Sundukut is also really expensive, so if the bear just kills Sundukut, they are almost even in points at that point.
Yeah.
And then what is Hassassin going to do next turn? Their core team
Maybe
is...
it moves the fire team or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to take a lot of orders for the fire team to move anywhere where they can see any of Ariadna's models.
Yeah.
And
McMurray's pinned down by the viral mine and the Liberto,
Yeah.
so that's difficult for him.
I think McMurrow can climb down and then
Am I right?
move,
I don't see a camo option.
you know, on the
I
ground
don't see a
and
red option.
completely avoid the mines.
It's like shotgun. Yes.
But there isn't any juicy targets available there. And yeah, at this point I think Ariadna has a lieutenant in camouflage somewhere, because
yes,
there isn't any other lieutenants available. So there's, I think, Vasily. Is that just one
Vasily,
option? And
Foxtrot.
then Foxtrot. Yeah.
There are options.
There's some shooting happening. Not sure. The digger goes unconscious.
Okay, Sundukbut shoots the digger, and I think the digger would die actually from that, or because it's viral, right?
But it might have shock immunity, I think.
Right?
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No, he should be shock immune, right?
And I don't think we are seeing any specialist yet for Ariadna.
No. I actually don't mind this assassin's turn now. I think the Sundukbut's really been quite good.
Yeah. But Hassasins have lost one specialist. So that already gives 2 points for Ariadna.
They are actually bleeding some objective points off that, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's the question is, was it better, a mine or suppressive fire? If you come with the bear, the mine is definitely better. If you come with the beast and with the bear, then the suppressive fire is better. And if you come with this guy, then the other thing is better.
I think the Sundukbut has to mine and not suppress because the bear has smoke, right?
I think it's
so there's no way that suppression helps because of the smoke.
Yeah.
I think.
But the mine doesn't really help either. Bear dodges the mine.
No, neither of them really do.
Has a really good chance of saving against the mine as well.
All right. Well, we get the suppression, so that's what's chosen. The suppression is picked, and I think we're out of orders. Estugon spends a lot of command tokens.
Ariadna took, I think, 4 casualties, which is actually pretty good for Hassasins. And I think 3 of those models were from the group where the bear is, which will limit that group quite a lot.
I think one of the important things about the Ariadna turn here is if he does go for the Sundukbut, how quickly does it die? That's important.
Yeah. Well, basically, Ariadna only needs to get rid of the Sundukbut and then just stay on his own deployment zone.
But then you still have 2 command.
And maybe reposition his models a bit. And then it's gonna be difficult for Hassasins to attack. And they have McMurrow that can do something.
I will just put the right profiling so you don't get confused.
Where do you think the lieutenant is?
Well, this guy is standing up, so I don't believe it's that behind the below the billboard. So probably this camouflage marker on the left.
Yeah, possibly.
So I think Dev used 1 command token to move something in the first group. And now he's gonna go with the bear to get rid of Sundukbut, which shouldn't be that difficult.
Because there's no.
But it will take a few orders.
Yeah. Then go
He's seeing if he can sort of climb up there, and now we have the difficulty of measuring the new climb.
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
You need to know how tall these silhouettes are.
In the IGL FAQ, I did actually write down how tall every silhouette is.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
Just that kind. I'm that kind, and
yeah.
So you probably use about 1 inch.
Really? I don't know that.
Yeah, you can measure from any point from your silhouette, but you have to measure to the front bottom of your silhouette. So if you climb up, you're pretty fast. Climbing down is pretty slow.
Probably 1.5, let's say. And then
something like this.
Here. And then 3 inches there.
Yeah, so the bear is climbing up, then the bear can use the elevator and get to the top floor.
I don't want to. It's fine.
Yeah, there should be enough orders for the bear to do. So actually, I think this was the impetuous order for the bear. it will take only a couple of orders for the bear to reach Sundukput.
So the bear's going into the kind of elevator shaft and then climbing up and around.
Yeah.
No problem.
I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
You're fine.
Him. I'm not sure that we can measure, but I think. Oh, I need to decide. I think he and that.
So how many orders does it take for a bear to kill the Sundukput? That's the question.
4 inches. Then 4 inches.
Yeah, probably is faster this way.
It's going to come down to dice a little bit, because if the Sundukput gets a couple of nice dodges, then this could quickly become quite order intensive.
Yeah, no problem.
What is ridiculous in the past? Not to see you.
Yeah, no problem. Fine. Should be fine.
Not so slow.
So the bear is throwing smoke.
Yeah.
Next to Sundukput. Can Sundukput do anything in CC?
Not really.
So the bear can basically just berserk.
Yeah.
Well,
bear can't berserk. Well, not from that far, because it won't have line of fire, but it can once it hits.
Yeah, so the first attack will be without berserk, but then it can just berserk.
Yeah, once it hits
yeah,
base to base. I think the Sundukput should have cancelled suppressive and dodge, and this is also why I think putting a mine down is the better choice. Even if it doesn't do much, it slows the bear.
Yeah.
But anyway, he cancels suppressive and he dodges. So.
But still cannot get out of the smoke.
No.
But actually move further far enough that the bear cannot reach Sundukput with this order.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because if he can't actually achieve, does he achieve? Maybe he does. Maybe he does achieve silhouette contact
through the wall. A bit.
I mean, let's just we'll have the players just sort of play their game, but
I think Sundukput wins the first CC attack. Oh, it was dodge.
He just dodges.
Yeah. But Sundukput can probably still. I mean, the bear can still reach Sundukput while staying inside the smoke.
Okay, so now the Sundukput is shooting because he's out of the smoke.
Why did the bear come out of the smoke? Oh yeah, it's because it's on the stairs.
It's on the stairs.
Yeah. So the smoke doesn't go on a lower level.
I can't remember if smoke goes downwards as well as up. I don't know. That's a question for someone
smoke only goes upwards.
Yeah.
So Sundukput takes a wound.
Did he hit the bear or what? Sorry, what was the?
Bear won the CC and Sundukput took a wound. Yeah.
Okay. But we are now looking at 4 orders to kill this Sundukput, right?
Yeah, that's.
This is the thing. The Sundukput's going to die, but if it takes basically the entire turn, close to it.
Yeah, after the Sundukput is gone, the army points are almost even. And Ariadna will have 2 objective points from killing more specialists.
They will.
So Sundukwood goes unconscious.
Yep.
Because Sundukwood is close to 50 points and Rafik is 14.
I don't have an engineer.
I
only have doctors.
Ariadna has lost about 14 space nuts.
2 structure unit left.
20 more in the bear. 14 for Digger and close to 20 with the SAS. So Hassasins have a small lead in army points.
All right, so we've got an unconscious Sunduk, but we only have 4 orders left.
Aida has only 1 mine left, right? Or 2 mines left? Or has 2, right? Just in case you laid your lieutenant here.
There was no unknown ranger.
But it's fine.
Yeah. So it actually looks like Ariadna has built a list without any specialists, perhaps.
It's very possible, isn't it?
Yeah. What other missions there are that can be played without any specialists in this tournament?
That would require me knowing the missions I picked for my own event.
Frostbite needs specialists. Clearly Hassified needs specialists.
You need loads. Did we put armory
Engineering
in,
armory doesn't necessarily need specialists, but you need someone to have a specialist to open the doors.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any specialists in your list, it gives sort of a tactical advantage to your opponent because they can control when the doors open.
Opened, yeah. I did try to pick missions that mostly wanted specialists. Mostly.
Yeah. And because Dev is going second, he can bring the free Bashi Bashuk on his last turn wherever he wants. Because the Bashi is also a specialist. But it's really easy to keep alive when you're going second.
All right, so we've got the dynamo moving.
Yeah. Probably going to use its mine dispenser.
Going to shoot mine dispenser.
Yeah. He's going for the mines.
Can I just point out that where that bear has been left, it's right in front of the core team.
Yeah, I think he will have to spend at least 1 order to reposition the bear.
He has to move that bear, or there's an Asawira with burst 5 Spitfire, like just a couple of inches away, really.
I'll put,
But if Estugon moves forward with his core team, he has to kill the bear.
He has to.
Yeah, because if the bear is alive and the fire team is somewhere in the middle, basically the whole fire team is dead. So now Dev is using mine dispenser to set up some defenses. So it looks like this is actually Lieutenant, well, which is, I guess, quite obvious at this point. And now the Dynamo is going to suppressive fire and putting a couple of mines to protect the Lieutenant.
Yeah. I do wonder why that camo marker isn't further back.
Maybe to make it less obvious what it is.
Yeah.
If it was like somewhere here where the bear controller is, it would be maybe too obvious as a Lieutenant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now the bear is moving.
Okay, so the bear hides behind the corner.
Yeah.
And that obviously makes things significantly harder because we have that +1 damage template weapon. So that's going to be rough.
Yeah, and the bear is in a pretty good position to move forward next turn if it's still alive.
Yeah. I'd personally start thinking about trying to move a Ghazi up or something to cover it, but I don't know.
Yeah, there was one Ghazi here, but
it's
all the
quite
way
far
back.
back, isn't it?
Yeah. So if the fire team stays put, the Gazi will protect it pretty well. But if the fire team wants to move forward, the Gazi has to move too.
He's out of range, so no. Yes,
Checking zone of control.
Yeah.
This is a Liberto.
Yeah. I guess Liberto is attacking McMurrow. And if McMurrow dodges to get line of fire.
He could die.
Did they They did draw classifieds, but they've put them face down, so we can't
so we don't know
see
what
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But neither player has completed any classifieds so far. Yeah, I guess the real
No,
target
they haven't
for
declared
Liberto.
any.
Yeah, I think the real target for Liberto is the Fide. Possibly.
Yeah, that's a really juicy kill, and it's Aljabel as well, so that's about 30 points.
Oh yeah, it is Aljabel.
Right there.
Yeah.
I think it's just too much to go over that. Yeah.
Can it see Aljabel already? I think it can. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Because the bear is, I mean, Liberto is dogged. McMurrow cannot kill it with.
Yeah, it's really difficult here.
With one arrow, unless it throws a grenade and quits. Aljabel, of course, can kill Liberto, but Aljabel has to dodge because Liberto is in template.
Aljabel really needs to dodge here, I think.
Yeah.
And McMurrow wants to chain rifle or something, but that won't kill the Liberto because of dogged.
Yeah. Liberto makes another
and
move.
Hence the problem with Libertos.
Yeah. So Liberto move forward, so on next order it can get Aljabel without cover.
I mean, the other thing is that one of these Ghulams is likely a lieutenant, right? There's one on the left and one on the right. So
yeah, but it can actually possibly kill both Aljabel and the Ghulam here.
By leveraging the camo.
Yeah, I mean, it can first kill Aljabel. If Aljabel dodges, McMurrow fires a chain rifle, the Liberto will go docket, and it can then attack Ghulam.
And then it attacks the Ghulam.
Yeah, so now if Aljabel decides to shoot with light shotgun, it basically means that this is the lieutenant. Because Aljabel can actually kill Liberto.
We need to see how desperate Estugon is to kill this Liberto right now. That will answer our question about what this Ghulam is. Because if he doesn't care, then I don't think that Ghulam's his lieutenant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in order before.
Aljabel has dodge +1 inch.
He does.
Yeah, so I wonder whether there is 3 inches between Aljabel and Liberto. Because Dev might have placed Liberto a bit too close to Aljabel.
Yeah, and he dodges on a 12 or 13, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think 13. On 12s or 13.
13 actually.
Yeah, that's good. So Liberto is revealed.
Okay, Liberto reveals.
I will shoot back also with the dice, with the shotgun.
They're both shooting.
Yeah, okay, so this seems to be the lieutenant.
So, yeah, I think because he's shooting instead of dodging, I think he's trying to protect the Ghulam, which is possibly a lieutenant then.
There's a war core here that can actually see Liberto now. So the war core might save the day for Estugon. I don't think Liberto has surprise shot.
Good. So I mean,
no.
I take the. But the one is bad. So 2 saves for Aljabel. 18.
2 saves for Aljabel.
Aljabel goes unconscious.
And then the chain rifle save from McMurrow.
And then McMurrow puts a chain rifle into the Liberto.
Yeah, Liberto goes dogged.
Who goes dogged.
Yeah,
The big thing is whether that flash pulse hits from the war core.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because that's actually a big deal, because if it does, then the Liberto can't shoot and it will die at the end of the turn because of Dogged.
Oh, was that the last order, actually?
I don't know. Oh, sorry, I haven't been keeping track of orders.
Yeah, it seems that it was actually the last order for Liberto.
Okay, so
the Gulam stays alive. But now after killing Al Jabel, I think the points are almost even.
Yeah. So we're doing an order count now for Assassins.
Yeah.
The Liberto is gone. And the Assassins are actually in a bit of a tricky position, I think.
Yeah.
They don't have a convincing points lead. They are behind on specialist kills. There are no classifieds, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
You killed more points by now. I killed like 70 points or something. Probably like 80 points.
Yeah, moving up with the fire team will be risky.
Or even more.
Because it will take so many orders to get them close to any Ariadna models, and they might kill the bear, possibly.
It's a cheap one. And it's
but if they don't kill the bear,
some cheap stuff.
the whole core team will be in trouble.
Yeah,
Estugon could move with McMurrow. If he moves down the ladder and then on ground level.
To avoid the mines.
Yeah, there's one mine from the Beast Hunter down. But one of these is a mine. Other one is actually a model, probably. So one of the Mutavias is moving up.
Alright, so we're on turn 2.
Yeah, we have the Beast Hunter and then some...
Yeah, the Mutavia used this impetuous order to move up.
Well, move just another 4 inches.
Yeah, he could place the Mutavia somewhere here, where it would block the bear pretty efficiently.
Yeah, that's what I would look to do personally.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to avoid the Mutavia. He can of course like walk somewhere along this path here.
Yeah, and I think this is what I was saying at the beginning of the game. Like, Assassins are really set up to be alright against bears defensively, but not offensively. It's difficult for him to go and kill that bear, but it's not that difficult to cover some angles with 2 Mutawias and you know, his 2 wound doctors and stuff like that should be alright.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so McMurrow is also using the impetuous order.
Yeah, and he just goes down and across.
Yeah, the McMurrow could also press the panoply on its way there. It has willpower 14, and that could kill 1 objective point, or then force Dev to also spend orders on pressing panoplies.
Either I'm dumb or I don't see. This guy could also be beat, but that would be weird.
Trying to figure out lieutenants, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the second group. We only had 1. Jesus. What is this?
Yeah, for Hassassin to win the game, I think they should go after the lieutenant of Ariadna in some way.
Even too old for you.
But how to do that is difficult.
My temptation would be to order strip and try and do some classifieds or something, but
yeah,
we'll see.
It depends what the classifieds are, and McMurrow certainly strip orders, but actually the Armand is a problem for McMurrow because it can see through the smoke.
Armand is a pain.
No idea.
Yeah.
I really like that Armand's kind of catching on a little bit as an ARO piece. He is solid. He really is quite solid.
Yeah. Yeah, it requires some skill to use Armand efficiently as an arrow piece, because there are many models that can pretty easily kill Armand. But like this fire lane up here,
pretty hard.
It's really difficult for
maybe I should have moved it
Estugon to reach
at least, so.
Armand in any way. But it's covering the
Because
attack path of McMurrow pretty well.
Block my movement here. So.
Armand just has such a juicy fire lane to look down. He's really, he's loving life right now.
Although Armand cannot really do anything to protect the other flank.
But I cannot get to there, so what's the point?
This is a tough turn for Hassassin. It's a really tough turn.
Yeah. Yeah, if Al-Jabal had succeeded his impersonation role.
I must say, I'm not. I'm not the kind of person that likes rolling for a Fide when I only have one Fide. Personally.
Yeah, I think it depends on your list, like what else your list can do. So can you still spend your 10 or 8 whatever orders in a good way if the roll is failed or not? But I think one problem in Firefight is that the deployment zone is 16 inches, so Al-Jabal would have been really far away without making the roll, and it's still with 15, so you make that 3 times out of 4. And Armand was slightly choosy target, so I think rolling for it was the right call.
Then we still have this Bashi Bazook guy.
And if he had killed Armand, he could have quite easily killed the Ida as well.
Hard. I don't see what you...
There is an avenue for
Can this Ghazi do something?
Assassins here, because actually if you look at the number of regular orders that the Ariadna player has, it's not that many.
Could try to do it classified.
So I think there is an avenue for some convincing attacking to take place.
Yeah.
But
and yeah, there are 2 unconscious models in Ariadna's first group, so currently he cannot move anyone there.
Exactly.
So
and he's sitting on 6 regulars, so even if he just killed 2 or 3, that's a significant order loss.
Yeah.
In my view.
Although in that case, Dev could move more orders in the first group with command tokens.
He could do. He's low on command tokens.
Unless they are unconscious instead of dead.
Move there. Cautious move.
There's a lot of planning going on here, I think, which really shows that this turn is going to be quite important.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Because if I can get the king back up, that will be pretty nice.
It's funny, it's often turn 2s. If the Alpha Strike on turn 1 isn't completely debilitating, I think it's often turn 2s that sort of decide the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Especially in missions like Firefight, when there is no end of the game scoring.
Yeah. It's this middle turn where you decide, like, am I actually, putting out convincing damage, or have I just sort of failed to really have the impact I need to have?
Yeah, they both have pretty decent turn 1.
Yeah.
But now the position is slightly difficult for Assassins. Continue.
All right. I think the core team is moving.
Yeah, I think he's trying to fire some smoke. Yeah, there's the Beast Hunter that is watching his fire lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can shoot it there. That's fine.
So he's going to move forward with the fire team, I guess. Or then just
get that
with
NCO
the
Gulam.
Well, I can shoot to this point, right?
I'm not entirely sure why the Ghazi didn't spend an irregular to throw a smoke.
He doesn't have smoke.
Oh, he's using the lieutenant.
Yeah.
I will go back.
But the Mutavi doesn't have smoke. It's the chain rifle
it's the
jammer
cheap one. It's the cheap one. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Can always see there, which I don't. Yeah, there should be actually.
Remember that red camo marker in the sort of fountain is standing, so we could be looking at I don't know, some kind of sniper.
Yeah, and there's also this camo marker here that is seeing the same fire lane. So
one reason why I did it.
Yeah, Estugon is pretty much forced to play smoke there because he has no idea what those are, and Asavira's AP Spitfire is not going to be able to fire that far.
No. But it is burst 2 smoke in a core team, so hopefully this should go down.
Yeah.
If there's any justice in the world.
Yeah.
2 shots. How many members do I have?
You need to put where you want it to be.
Yeah, we'll just put them here.
But they both still have Bashis left. I wonder if there's some way that Estugon could use his Bashi to help things.
Smoke goes down.
Yeah.
So there's still a line in between where the guys can see, but should be able to cross it with 1 course movement. So suspend 1 regular order on the fight team.
Beast Hunter does have a Panzerfaust.
Yeah.
And this guy goes prone back here.
But he doesn't have a fire. Actually, he has a small fire lane still.
This guy shouldn't be seen by
Small angle.
Yeah.
I will just remove this bridge here.
I don't really want to challenge the Beast Hunter with Asavira.
So stay.
Not really.
It's only 9 points. And it has
it's always situations like this where you think, well, you know, the Asawira should win that face-to-face, but the issue is that if it doesn't, that's game, really, isn't it? Because your plan just collapses entirely.
Yes, and I think they have +2, right? Yeah, pretty cool.
The other doctor is moving up. I'm not sure what it's doing. It's getting out of the fire team.
I'm not entirely sure what this is, to be honest.
Me neither. But yeah, Armand is such a nice pick against Assassins, because if it survives Fides, it has MSV to block all smoke. It's really difficult for Asaviras to challenge him if they cannot get within 24 inches.
I actually really don't think you can for Day Armand that easily. Like,
it's not easy.
Because of the natural born warrior.
I mean, Al Jabel could have done it with continuous damage.
Yeah.
But still, it's not like certain that Armand will go down.
Yes, and then you can just
because Armand has 2 wounds. I mean, but it's a -6.
He's
Al
moved
Jabel only
dodging
has.
past Armand.
Yeah. Why didn't he make a cautious move?
Happening?
I'm really not sure.
That's pretty cool.
Is he picking up Al Jabel? Is he scoring a classified? Is he?
But here's another line. God. It doesn't stop.
But he can easily cautious move through this line here. But it will just
6-inch cautious move on the Asawira, so
yeah, it will just cost a lot of orders. But it almost looks like he's going for the Doctor classified.
I think he's probably going for a Doctor classified and to recover some points.
Yeah.
There are 2 lines actually. One is from the orange camo. And the one is...
The only difficulty with this play is that it's not going to strip any orders from Dev. And he has that bear.
I will dodge.
Alright, so the Asawira is dodging. Passes on a 9. And he's going to try and move 4 inches.
Yeah. And next order, he can cautious move through the fire lane.
Yeah. He can just cautious move 6 inches, can't he?
Yeah.
There you go. No, because there's a camo marker.
Oh, true. It's almost certainly a mine.
My car's move, right?
We'll still stop a cautious move though, right?
That's true. I think.
Wait, I move.
So he can't.
It can't, yeah, get out of the line of fire.
He can't do it.
Mine.
He has to move dodge, I think.
Yeah, but if he goes
prone... Oh no, he's going prone. He goes prone. Okay.
Fine, right?
Yeah. If he goes prone with the dodge, Armand cannot see it anymore.
I think there is a line, right? Because
cover by this one.
Yeah, thrown fine.
And then I will dodge. Yes. And then I should be
Past all his dodges.
Dodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good at that.
You know what? If he's gonna roll 20 on his...
Yeah, Savira is almost like a 6-4 movement.
That's the problem.
Model because of physics 14 and
yeah,
plus 2 inches to his dodge.
It's pretty wild movement here.
Yeah, sometimes I run the Asavira and Namur duo in Vanilla Hack Islam. And I almost never move, I always move dodge because they both have good dodges and plus inches to the dodge.
Yes, it's like -1 inch. So it jumps 5 inches. Yeah, that's way faster. Like there.
Yeah.
No, sadly not.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, if he manages to
19, 20.
recover Al Jabel, that will put
Say stuff like that.
Estugon ahead in points.
15%.
5.1.
And if he has that classified, that will give 1 point lead to Estugon. Does the bear have enough orders to go after the core team?
7. Take this.
Alright, Al Jabel is
That's why we did
back alive. Yeah, so as we expected, there was the classified as well.
Okay, now
Yeah,
we have
so it's points and the classifieds.
Yeah.
It's like suboptimal.
So now the score should be 3-2 for Estugon.
Yeah, pretty much.
By the way, could the Bashi Bazook appear here where the Armand is on this kind of a walkway?
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
I think you can fit only 2 Bashis here, so Armand could shoot them, although I'm not sure what Armand's line of fire was, so it might be able to get behind Armand, possibly.
Yes. And then he rolls HMG.
Okay, McMurrow got an HMG from the panoply.
Oh, now we're in business.
Yeah.
So now he will fucking just kill the next.
Now we're in business. Here we go. Does McMurrow kill Armand? No, he's BS11. It's not happening.
Yeah, BS11. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
And in the second group, Emma will just.
That's very funny though.
But
that's very funny.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, there's only one irregular order left in first group, so he cannot really do anything else with McMurrow.
Don't give CB any ideas though, because you know we will see a bear with an HMG in the next update.
Yeah.
It'll be about 15 points.
1.9 and then.
Okay, he's moving the Mutavia up, but the Beast Hunter will see the Mutavia.
Yeah.
Or was that a cautious move? Probably a cautious move, I think.
Not entirely sure.
Yeah, then it will move.
And I really like this play.
Yeah.
I really like this play. It's good.
Yeah. Now it's difficult for the bear to reach the core team.
Yeah, that's much better.
And actually that HMG is quite good for McMurrow because it can it has pretty good arrow lane up the middle.
Yeah, he does. He's got a really nice middle fire lane, hasn't he?
So that will also make it more difficult for the bear to move up.
Yeah.
And Ida could possibly deal with the McMurrow with her viral mines, but it's in the same group as the bear is. So he cannot do both, kill McMurrow and make a run with the bear.
He re-impersonates Aljabel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense, just to protect some points. So we've got a bit of an ARO network being set up for Hassassin's. Like,
yeah. Also, somewhat accidentally having McMurrow arrowing into HMG.
Yeah.
And re-impersonate Archibald.
I think that's turn, isn't it?
There's still a couple of orders left in second group for Estugon. Yeah, this was an interesting turn.
What can we do?
Estugon didn't kill anything, but actually got ahead in points.
So there's no better spot. Yeah,
so basically the score is now 4-2 for Estugon.
He's fine. There he is. With the war core, he's also fine. Yeah, that's fine. Your turn.
Okay, Estugon doesn't even spend his last orders, I think.
Not really happy with this turn, but I guess that's the thing I had to do.
Okay, what will Dev do now? He has 6 regular orders for the bear, plus the impetuous and regular order. But Mutavia is on its way. One thing Dev could do is to set up for a last turn push with a bear. He could use the Beast Hunter to get rid of the Mutavia there.
Yeah.
But it's gonna cost a lot of orders and not gonna help him with points at all.
I half wonder if the bear just moves around and goes to the other flank. Not sure.
Yeah, I still think the core team is the best target for the bear. And, does Al-Jabel have any viral weapons? I've never played Al-Jabel.
Well, he has viral CC. He has viral CC.
Okay. But that's a shotgun bear, so he just doesn't get into close combat with Al-Jabel.
It's a total immune shotgun bear, so the bear just doesn't have to do that. It's, you know.
And also, we still don't know which one is the lieutenant. I guess the one on the left is more likely to be the lieutenant.
The players haven't changed the round number or done the army badges, and it's mildly annoying.
Yeah, well, we cannot do it either because we are only spectators.
No.
But anyway, the score should be 4-2 for Estugon at this point, and this is turn 2B for Ariadna.
So again, we go into the turn 2
the bear
problem.
could use it in impetuous order. I think quite freely.
Bottom of turn 2. Here we go. Got the Ariadna player a bit low on regular orders, but definitely enough with the impetuous on the bear. And it's irregular as well.
Yeah, we'll quickly check how many army points have each of them killed.
Jammers, I know. I have no idea, but that could be the case.
Will happen.
Because, like,
so Assassins have only lost Rafik and Sunduput at this point, right?
At this point.
I think it's fine. Do I need to?
Yeah. Still a lot of points though.
Go with this one too.
Interesting game actually.
Yeah.
He has 8-4. Bastard.
Looks like he's going for the Ada play.
Yeah, could Ada handle
Do you have stealth?
Yeah.
Asavira?
Okay, cool.
Or will he go after McMurrow?
Is this the burst 4 Ada or the burst 3 Ada?
Let's see. I think it's only burst 3.
The burst 3 Ada.
Yeah.
No, okay. Can just touch a millimeter directly.
So I guess Ada is going towards McMurrow, so he could play so viral mine.
Yeah, but it's a mine.
Yeah, but the Asawira can see this, right? Like, I think. Oh no, it's not tall enough.
Yeah.
No, the Asawira isn't tall enough. No.
Yeah, nobody can see there.
I don't think a viral mine on the top edge is going to be able to put the template downwards so that it. Do you see what I mean?
I think it should be. If it's like right on the edge, it should go down.
Right. Yeah.
From there.
Yeah, maybe.
Nobody else sees it.
But that's quite a tight angle.
Yeah, I mean it can still hit McMurrow, but McMurrow will dodge on 13s, so he's still likely to survive that. But then Ida will of course get almost 3 shots with his her SMG.
Goes prone.
But actually what is slightly, well, I guess could be slightly difficult is that he has to be far enough to place the mine, but there has to be enough space for the mine. But I guess they are not like that accurate with it.
Did Ada just move 3 inches prone? I don't know about that. Okay, so the play happens that we predicted. Ada moves forward, mine goes down, but McMurrow dodges.
Yeah. And now there's no line of fire to McMurrow with the mine anymore.
Yeah. And let's bear in mind, that's 3 of the 6 regular orders done.
Yeah. And what will Ida do now? He can shoot McMurrow with SMG. McMurrow can just throw smoke or dodge or kill Ida with chain rifle.
I can see the play that Ida was going for, but it seems reasonably high risk from my comfy sofa as I spectate this game.
Yeah, for me too. Yeah, that was a pretty high risk that Ida will just not do anything to McMurrow.
Just not do enough, yeah.
And spend all the orders.
Well, you have a viral pistol.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, Ida has viral pistol. That's actually
She does
bad.
have a viral pistol.
On the other hand,
Yeah. So that might change things.
He has 15 with the +3.
Yeah. McMurrow throws smokes on 19, so that's just comes down to the dice.
Does McMurrow not have Doggett? Or is he just 2 wounds?
Just 2 wounds.
Oh, okay. I thought he was 3, like a bear. Okay. Well, 2 and Doggett, you know.
Yeah, no, he's not quite as good as the bear is.
Sad. Well, not too much left for the Ariadna player now. I think the Beast Hunter maybe moves forward on the Ghazi to clear the path for the bear. Perhaps that's what I would wonder. Or I do wonder if... Not entirely sure why the Beast Hunter is moving, because it gives McMurray another dodge or a shot.
Yeah, the McMurray will see the Beast Hunter now. I think Beast Hunter wants to go after the Ghazi.
Yeah, because last game I played, the Walker was in the same position.
But did they miss the arrow from McMurray?
Maybe, which
because I think
is quite
Beast Hunter
relevant.
just made a move.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think they totally missed McMurray's arrow there.
Which is a problem, because he could have got another 4 inches of dodging if he wanted it.
Yeah. Or free shot with the HMG.
Yeah. So the turn is basically going to end with the Beast Hunter taking on the Ghazi, because there aren't too many orders left, are there?
Yeah, this is also first group, so there's a couple of orders in second group, but I'm not sure what Dev has there. So in the end, he did not go after McMurray. But there's a mine now that is just blocking the movement for McMurray. So McMurray is kind of stuck unless it wants to dodge a mine. But now Asavira could possibly handle both the mine and Ida from there. And I just checked the army kills. Currently, if I calculated correctly, Estugon is ahead by about 30 points. But we don't know what classifieds Dev has.
No, we don't. We don't.
Yeah. That looks fine.
Also, what Estugon could do is just bring Bashi Bashuk in and use it to destroy the mine, and then move forward with McMurray.
Or if he plays mine, yeah.
Because he's already down by 1 in specialist skills, so and the Bashi doesn't cost any points, and he could even use the Bashi to kill Ida as well.
So Beast Hunter is just going to walk straight towards the Mutawir.
Yeah. I guess Warcore is probably getting an arrow at this point.
Yeah, and like the Mutawir can just dodge on a 12, right? Because the Beast Hunter doesn't really have a high burst weapon or anything. It's not like he can really punish this. The dodge, I mean.
Yeah, he does have pistol though.
Yeah.
Like he can use them, but it's not a sure kill for the Beast Hunter.
No, I think I would be dodging the Ghazi here, I think. And then when the turn flips to HB, like, that's just a 9-point kill, right?
Yeah.
The Beast Hunter.
Dodge on 11.
That's a really, really solid dodge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what's happening here. Active player dodges first. So reactive player dodges second, but he can't actually do anything because he's stuck. So with the last
aren't they moving simultaneously?
No, you resolve the active player dodges first.
Okay, and then he can block the path from the Ghazi.
Yeah.
Okay. The last order is used to CC the Mutavia.
Well, he's not going to win that, is he? So maybe the Mutawir just chain rifles.
Yeah. I think he did not chain rifle.
No, it looks like they CC'd back or dodged or something like that.
He goes dogged?
Yeah, my doctor's now.
So he, yeah.
Now at the moment he's still alive.
But Doggett is still possibly better because if Dev has coup de grace or Predator classified, it will make it harder for him to complete those.
Hey, Mr. Armand. Should I listen? Maybe I should. Is HMG coming?
They both had quite weird turn twos.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Like almost nothing happened.
That would be kind of a stupid move.
I think also this map might have some effect on it. It's quite a complex map with a lot of places that are a bit hard to reach. So
yeah,
if you don't have a huge amount of orders, it can be a bit difficult too.
It's tricky. And there are some very wide fire lanes.
Yeah.
So if you can't cross them, you get a bit stuck, don't you?
Yeah.
I'll move actually here. 4 inches.
So what we've got Armand moving around a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Armand is doing.
Maybe trying to cover McMurrow? I don't know.
I think he was already covering McMurrow pretty well where he was.
Yeah. It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's trying to achieve with this. Just limits Armand's visibility.
Yeah, I don't really know. Maybe he's just trying to protect points because Armand is like 40 points or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. But now he stays still there. I wonder if Estugon remembers the existence of Bashi.
Oh, what's happening?
Predator for.
You have to kill them.
For Dev.
Because we got
Sunduk
was the Sunduk but killed in CC.
Yeah.
And the Mutawir was killed in CC.
Two kills in CC.
And a potential bonus point as well if a third can be achieved.
I assume you have to.
He will die by the end of the game anyway.
But then it's not pure because.
But there is an interesting question here about whether the Dogged counts as a CC kill.
Because he's unconscious.
I wouldn't.
I mean,
Dogged
does count, but the Gazi is not Dogged. Gazi is still alive. But yeah, if he. I mean, yeah, if you kill the Mutavia or coup de grace, it probably doesn't because it has been killed in CC. I don't know.
Yeah,
it would be really weird if you can get 2 CC kills from one model. But at this point, I think Dev has only killed 2 models in CC, and the other one is still, well, they both are still on the table. So if
you have more specialists
Estugon can
special.
recover the Gazi, it doesn't count as a CC kill anymore, right?
I don't know if he chose for the Gazi to go unconscious or Dogged. I don't know.
I think, yeah, still I don't. It has a wound marker, they're not unconscious markers.
Yeah.
It's probably Dogged then.
The Beast Hunt is gone there now, but Limu at season.
Anyway, I think we're planning for the final turn, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can rule.
Yeah, okay, so the Gazi dies. The Gazi dies.
Yeah.
Fine.
Currently,
they didn't kill anybody. So
McMurrow is securing HVT.
And what else do we have?
And it's pretty easy for Dev to secure the HVT as well. But currently he's, well, Beast Hunter is doing it, but Beast Hunter will most likely die.
Ada's quite an easy kill where she is, I think, and that Beast Hunter is quite an easy kill. So that's like, what, 29 points or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
And 2 orders, or 1 regular, 1 irregular.
The Beast Hunter, of course, has Panzerfaust, but it's going to be 0 range for Panzerfaust.
Let's put Panzerfaust, maybe I crit here.
This is a reasonable Asawira shot, though, I think, because...
Yeah. I mean, you might get unlucky, but it's a really good shot for Asawira.
I think you take 5 on 14s versus 1 on like an I don't know, 8 or something.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, it goes down, or at least it goes unconscious.
Unconscious.
Which might be important for classifieds, possibly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Beast Hunter done. What's the next play? With the loss of the Ghazi, that bear's now open to move. But of course, if Dev loses too many regular orders, it's going to be too late, possibly.
Yeah. Ida is in the same group as Bear is, so that would be one order away. Dev has 1 command token, but that is probably going to be used to convert 1 irregular or move someone to another group.
Also, remember, he's behind on Panoply, so he needs to do that at some point.
Yeah. I mean, he could use the Bear to click 1 Panoply, but Bear is with 12, I think. Yeah. So
yeah, they're not smart bears.
See you from this point, right?
Yeah, McMurrow is a lot smarter. Yeah, he could see Ida from this angle here.
Nobody else sees me there, right?
So I think the Asawir is taking shots, right? I would guess.
Yeah, Asawir will try to kill Ida. But I think Asawir will be out of cover while Ida has cover.
Yeah, that's fine.
But how is Ida facing? Currently, Ida's facing is away from the Asawira. I'm not sure if that's intentional.
But you have as well, right? Yes.
I'll dodge in this case.
Okay, I will shoot you.
I wonder if Assassins might be able to grind out a win. Maybe.
Yeah. Ida fails to dodge, I think, but Asawira doesn't hit.
But she doesn't die because she has mimetism.
Yeah. I really wonder whether Estugon has forgotten the free Bashi Bazook.
I wonder if they both have. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Dev doesn't want to bring Bashi to the game because it's specialist that will tie specialist skills. But Estugon has nothing to lose by bringing Bashi to the table.
And then I will shoot all 3 shots into Ida.
But we know that Estugon is playing Hassassin for the first time.
I hit you once. Take it.
So he might just forget the Bashi because there's always a lot going on in your mind when you're playing an army for the first time. Okay, now
I'll spend the irregular from McMurrow. Throw a grenade in between the mine and Ida.
Okay. Speculative grenade from McMurrow.
Yeah, I'll dodge.
That makes sense because it's an irregular order.
It's a whole lot of nothing.
So far nothing happens.
Nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Oh dear. And this is why I don't trust burst 3 weapons. It's just, it's really awkward. So
he's throwing more grenades, but they are both failing their rolls.
I hit like with 6 shots on the rifle and I didn't roll the discover. Wait a second.
Alright, Estugon needs to be careful here. He's got, what, 4 or 5 orders left in the entire game?
Okay, 8 would actually hit. But was that another order spent? I think it was.
Did I roll it? Could be.
Yeah, the McMurrow is hitting on 13s with grenades.
Yeah, so you did not discover, and
no,
I
didn't discover it.
And I didn't roll any saves. So.
Yeah, you rolled the 117 here. God damn it.
Difficult.
Yeah.
This is really rough because it's kind of setting up the game for Dev because this turn 3 hasn't really done that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think getting rid of Ida would be important. Because that would give 20 points more for Assassins and remove 1 order from the bear. Now Bashi is coming in. What is Bashi doing? Going after the lieutenant?
Behind the bike?
Yeah.
Behind me.
I think bike will see all of the models, yeah. But bike is only one who sees them. Although the camos see you.
No, there's a camo marker as well.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the green camos is seeing. I mean, the other one is a mine.
Yeah, I will note down the rerun. Or you do anything.
We could see a lieutenant kill here.
Dynamo has suppressive fire on. But it can only shoot one
Can't
of those.
split burst though, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, Bashi comes on. Orders remaining in that group? Is it group 1? I would assume so.
I think it's group 2.
Okay.
Yeah, the colors.
We could see a lieutenant kill.
Yeah, he will have 2 orders.
But I can see all of them, yes.
For Bashi. And the Bashi has to first kill the Dynamo.
Yeah.
The Dynamo doesn't have a direct template weapon.
No, and the Bashi has a shotgun, so...
Yeah.
It's not in a bad
spot. But the Dynamo
here,
is still in suppressive fire, so... If the real Bashi survives this first attempt, it can either kill the Dynamo or then take a risk. Okay, who is this guy? Tank Hunter.
Oh, he reveals Tank Hunter. There is a Tank Hunter Lieutenant profile, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, let's check that.
Yep.
I'm almost certain there is a Tank Hunter Lieutenant profile.
AP Rifle Adhesive Launcher is a possible Lieutenant profile. So this is interesting.
What do you think of revealing?
That's risky, if it's a lieutenant.
Now? What do we do now?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that can be the lieutenant.
Because if he had not revealed, he would need to kill the Dynamo first. I mean, he could just
discovered.
Yeah, discovered shot
the
lieutenant. Yeah. So it's actually, I think revealing was the right call in that case.
But the whip of a Bashi is really low, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's 12.
Yeah, but there's no cover, so it's going to be on 9s. But that's a risk you don't want to take. So yeah, I think revealing was the right call. Now he gets within 8 inches of the lieutenant.
Okay, now things are interesting.
So I guess he shoots the possible lieutenant.
10 hits.
1 hit. Really important armor save.
Ooh.
Goes unconscious.
Oh,
this is bad for
now
Ariadna.
This is interesting. This is really interesting now. And the suppressor.
And the Bashi goes down.
Presumably kill the Bashi. Oh, now this has made the game a lot trickier.
It's actually unconscious, which is bad for Estugon.
Yeah.
Because that's an easy coup de grace.
Very easy coup de grace, which is a bonus point actually on Predator, isn't it?
Yeah, but Ariadna might be in loss of lieutenant. I don't know if they have chain of command or not.
So we have to sell
the red marker could be a Zenit with chain of command in the fountain sort of thing at the back, the billboard.
Yeah,
still, it's a lieutenant
continuing with grenades. Yeah.
We're going to finish the turn with some grenades, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
Dodge, but I hit the mine.
Okay, the mine is hit by a grenade. And the mine is gone.
Mine's gone. I wonder now if McMurray could possibly just super jump an H and well, no, because you don't want to get viral pistoled.
Yeah, there's a viral
really
pistol.
Want to get viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really want that.
I think he might be securing HVT also with Asavira at the moment. Most likely.
Yeah.
Asavira goes into suppressive fire, which will probably stop the Ida from trying to kill McMurrow.
Or is it... Yeah, Doctor just moved again. And go prone.
But instead it goes prone.
But wait a second. Maybe he can protect something. He will move to there.
Okay, Asavira just hides. That means McMurrow has to stay alive to secure HVT, but I don't think Estugon can really go after McMurrow anyway. He has to, I mean Dev, he has to use the bear to go after the core team.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends whether Dev is in loss of lieutenant or not.
It does. What an interesting game, huh?
Yeah.
I thought we were going to see a bit of a wash on that turn 3 for Hassassin. It didn't seem very good. And then suddenly...
Yeah, he did remember Bashi Bashuk, and he actually had a lot better idea than I had on how to use the Bashi. Although there was a high chance that Estugon would hit the right Bashi, having two different models arrowing.
Yeah.
One and then into the elevator.
I think he is just trying to protect some models, make sure the Asawira can at least see the bear if it comes.
Yeah, now the bear will have to throw some smoke to avoid
exactly.
Asawira.
This guy's fine, this guy's fine.
He brought one of the Gulams up the elevator, but that actually gives a real long fire lane from up here, but I don't think the bear
I have no one irregular
can really use it.
Kill the P-Days with 2 orders. Yes, no, it's fine. And yeah, it's fine.
1-2 orders left for Estugon.
Yeah.
I have to position ourselves.
So
I think if the enemy is in zone of control, probably.
Yeah, you can move into base for that. But then you kill him for sure.
Yeah.
And then the same over here, so you get your bonus point.
Hopefully grab this guy.
You get a bonus point on.
Okay, they're not even counting orders, so I believe Dev is in loss.
They're just finishing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just finishing up, aren't they? Okay.
No.
So he gets the bonus point for Predator. And everything's irregular, so that's low. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that means it's probably game, I would imagine, right? What do you think? No command tokens?
He has one command token left.
Oh, one command token.
Yeah. Well, he has the Bashi as well. He can. But it will be risky to bring the Bashi Bashuk in.
You don't have any specialists, right?
Yeah. Aida's turn.
Is it risky?
I mean, the Bashi is a specialist, so...
Yeah, but Estugon's lost 2 specialists, I think.
Which 2? Only
the Rafik is 1, and the Bashi is the 2nd.
Oh yeah, true. So yeah, there's no risk in bringing Bashi. So he could just bring Bashi like somewhere back here.
Yeah.
Hope to survive the arrows and then kill the Gulam.
Yeah, I have experience.
Yeah.
Although we're not sure which one is the real lieutenant.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. I go down.
I would guess it's that one on the right, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was going after McMurrow with Ida.
Okay, I'll sit
So Ida shoots the viral pistol, I believe.
Yeah.
McMurrough, I'm guessing, is dodging. Okay, so McMurrough dodges.
Maybe.
This whole
sure.
There,
yeah.
That's fine. He's doing okay.
So McMurrow stays alive.
Yep.
Okay, he's trying to press the panoply.
Okay, so he flips a command token, tries to press, but fails.
And now he cannot bring in the Bashi anymore because he doesn't have any orders for Bashi left.
No.
After spending the command token. Actually, I think he sucks. I guess he succeeded with the panoplies. I guess the 19 was the roll for what he's getting.
Oh, because Ida has booty.
Oh yeah, booty.
Ida has booty.
Yeah, it's automatic
so
success.
Auto-passes.
So it's currently a draw.
That's really smart. Actually.
But actually,
that's really smart.
They're not counting the army points yet, I guess. There's lieutenant kills specialists.
No, I cannot do anymore. So I killed 2.
Yeah, what is the score currently? I think Estugon has 5, and it should be 5-4 now.
So it's on army points, isn't it?
Yeah. So now on army points, Estugon is leading 5-4.
I think Estugon's going to get a very narrow victory here by the looks of things.
Yeah, and Estugon still has Secret HGT at the moment.
The best thing I can do is just deny you.
But yeah, he can also get Secret HGT or deny the Secret HGT with Bashi.
Just to take a point away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we can cover a point.
Yeah, so it's 4-5.
Yeah, you killed only the Sundukfoot. And what else? 1 jammer multi.
Yeah, that was well played by Estugon's Hassasins.
Yeah, he did. He played it really well.
Yeah, the first
that
turn
middle
was...
second turn, I wasn't sure what was happening.
Yeah, that was a weird turn, but in the end that was actually really good because there were no good ways to attack. So just completing classifies and getting head in army points put the pressure on Dev.
160.
And then Estugon's Bashi in the end basically decided the game. If that had failed, then it would have been an easy win for Dev.
Yeah.
Yep.
10. Then I should have used common token. Boom.
Yeah.
I think
that's
it. If you move there, you get shot by this guy.
I don't.
You cannot hide, except by turret.
Yeah, I don't care. But I did not lose. Yeah. Or if I kill the dog.
Yeah.
The other
that was a mistake for me. I should have put him prone over here.
Yeah, I think they're speculating about what Dev could have done.
Useless. Move him back.
Yeah.
So if Ida had not tried to shoot McMurrow, Ida could have gone down and just pressed the panoply.
Left, right?
Then Bear could have made move, and then use command token to press the other panoply there, which could have tied the game.
And that's game.
Yeah, that's game.
That's game.
Yeah, really interesting
well
game.
Done.
Yep. Thank you for the game.
Cool.
So 5-4 win for Estugon and Hassassin Bahram.
Not yet. I
Nice.
doubt it.
Well done, Assassins. Good game.
Good game. And thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in.
So we will stream
great.
more games, possibly even more games in first round, and if not, then at least during the second round of the satellite.
Expensive.
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's like the most expensive.
So see you next time.
Well done.
Thanks.
See you.